First up for us then is the plates. Handicap conditions here being a Group 3. Kaying Star and Tourbillon Dylan both coming out of the Champions and Chater Cup, where they finished 2nd and 4th respectively. That was a mile and a half, of course. Champions Way, one of 2 in the race for John Size. Excellent Proposal being the other. Columbus County drops in class. Casper Founds won this race for the last 3 years, as does Reliable Team. He gets the blinkers back on, the visor comes off. Turin Red Sun for Douglas White and Matthew Poon for Barrier 3, and Berlin Tango. His only win so far has still been on the all-weather. All right, we'll start off as we always do with the speed map, see how this one pans out. Tom, I think good to slow in the early stages here with a reliable leader and reliable team.
Yeah, there's no genuine pace in this race. He likes to go forward to his reliable team. They've taken the visor off as well and put the blinkers back on. He ran 2nd in this race last year. Mighty Giant, provided he jumps okay, I think he can be close. He's drawn in barrier number 2, and then you've got Kaying Star. Paul, does he put any pressure on for the lead?
If it's too slow, I think he can. Yeah, like he's led in the past, but just recently he's been sort of sitting off him. Butterfield's a query for me. I mean, he normally likes to sit 5th or 6th. Now, there's 2 choices. They can try and be positive and try and slot in there, or they can go all the way to the back. But so there is options for Butterfield. There's a big run to the first bend here, but there's an 1,800 metres.
Didn't work out well for Butterfield last time out. 2,400 metres in the Standard Chartered Champions and Chater Cup. He was 3 wide till about the 1,000.
Yeah, we've got the likes of Excellent Proposal and Savin. Columbus County wouldn't want it too slow. He probably 1,800 might be the minimum for him. But Casper Founds certainly knows how to win this race, and he trains Columbus County because he's had the last 3 winners, 4 in total in this event. In fact, Tom, thumbs up one from I think it's 2012 maybe.
Yeah, so it's been a race that's been dominated by Casper, certainly recently. Southern Legend, of course, what a terrific horse he was. Dances with Dragon, one with that weird solar eclipse we had that time as well. And Horse of Fortune there for Tony Millard, Paul. Yeah,
and he went over to Macau. I think he changed stables, went to Macau and won in the mud over there as well. So he was a good horse.
OK, all right, who's going to follow in their footsteps? We'll find out as we start previewing the race. Hearing from John Size with 2 in the field.
John, Champions Way, an excellent proposal in the Premier Plate. First of all, on Champions Way, he's never normally too far away in these types of races. What did you make of his run in the Lion Lock Trophy?
Yeah, I think he raced all right. It was a normal run for him. He didn't get any prize money, but he seemed to travel well. He looked okay and finished the race off quite well. So I think he's racing well enough. I don't think he's lost form or anything. He seems to have done well at home. And he's in pretty good order.
How's his work been? He had a trial the other day, just looked like a typical Champions Way trial.
Yeah, he's not terribly interested in barrier trials, but I like to trial him, just otherwise he won't do anything. So he seems pretty healthy. He's trialled, as you say, as he wants to, and he'll probably run another good race.
He's back up over 1,800 metres. He's never won course and distance, but he has gone close. Do you think he's got the ability to win over 1,800?
Well, he's run some good races at 1,800 in the past, even though he hasn't won one. But he's got to be in the mix. I mean, this is his class. He doesn't have too many options. He has to run in the races that are on the program, and I'm sure he'll run well again. Excellent Proposal, winner of the Classic Mile last season, yet to register a win this season. Where do you sort of feel he's at the moment? Well, he's a similar type of horse in the way they get up around the 110 mark, and they take part in the races and they run well, but they find it difficult to win. So both horses are sort of on their mark, and they have no choice. They have to compete in this class of race. He's run some good races this season, a couple of them where he's been a little bit unlucky. Has it been a little bit frustrating for you that he hasn't been able to win one this season? Well, I'm sure it's frustrating for the owners that he hasn't been able to win a race, but I mean, this is, as I just alluded to, this is where they are. They get into a figure where they don't have many options as to what races they can run in, and they're only capable of winning when everything goes to suit them. You put the blinkers on a few runs ago. Have they had the desired effect? He seems to be racing better with the blinkers on. Yeah, he didn't seem to be doing his best, and when we put the blinkers on, he seemed to run a bit better. Is this going to be his last run of the season, or is possibly the Class 1 mile at the final meeting a possibility? Yeah, that's a possibility. So we'll see how he pulls up after Sunday, and then if he's still happy to run, we'll run him again.
There you go. Tom out early at track work with the interviews. He is discussing there, Paul, frustrating for a second. He hasn't managed to win, but he does look like he's got plenty of ability still. Excellent proposal.
Yeah, look, I mean, his last one was in the 4-year-old series, wasn't it? But he's been placed a few times, but he's been costly. He's gone out favourite on numerous occasions, and he's the early favourite. Well, he's not now, but he's right in the market once again. Of the two, I think Champion's Way is probably more reliable.
There was a run, may have been 3-4 runs ago, where he was held up on the fence. You don't know what would have happened there, whether he would have won or not, but he has been costly for sure.
Yeah, I'm in danger of following him over the edge of the cliff. Excellent proposal. Let's have a look at some genuine Group 1 form here then, Tom. But this is a 1.5 miles, the Champions and Chater Cups. They're all dropping in trip significantly.
It was a huge run really by Kaying Star. He just has to carry top weight here. Last start, he was a tad keen in the early stages. There'd been a few times this season where he'd been a bit iffy at the start as well and had been missing it. So he was 3 wide from about the 800 metres. I thought it was quite a brave run, Paul, and he did cast a plate in the run too. Yeah,
he definitely goes in for me, and I did like Torbjorn Diamond's run here as well. He finishes off nicely for 4th, but he got quite well back. Look, he had to clear traffic, and I just thought he stayed on nicely. Back to 1,800 metres, he's already won on the trip as well. So both Kaying Star and Torbjorn Diamond on it.
Columbus County, I'm not sure about him at 1,800 metres. Yes, he has won at 1,800 metres before, but it's not his pet trip, and he hasn't won a race this season as well. So it's been slightly disappointing.
Yeah, but Kaying Star, any trip, any race, he just seems to turn up and run his race, doesn't he? So I think he's an inclusion despite that big weight, the 133. Reliable team, Tom. He'll lead. If they leave him alone, then maybe he could, you know, sort of mess them around a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, this was his run in this race last year where he was second. Last start he had the trail faded. He has been out of sorts recently. He has won this season, but it was a few months ago now. But last few's been a little poor. They've decided to change the gear up as well, Paul. Blinkers going back on and the visor comes off.
Yeah, when he did win that race, he stole it from the front, didn't he? They went really slow. So then the jockeys would be aware of that. Here's Columbus County. It was a good run from him in this last year, running on for 4th. I've got him in on a minor line. Because he does run some honest races.
OK. Off the lights weights here, Turin Red Sun and Berlin Tango. Paul, Turin Red Sun, he was runner-up, course and distance in the Classic Cup.
Yeah, so look, the 1,800 looks OK for him. He comes in really well at the weights, Turin Red Sun, so he definitely goes in for me. I think he's a good chance, and Berlin Tango, you can deal me out of him. He's just won the one, and that was on the all-weather.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Even though he's got the lightweight, he's not overly appealing, but certainly Turin Red Sun, and he's been pretty consistent since arriving here. They were a little bit sort of disappointed with his run in the Derby, but I think with a lightweight here, he's going to give this race a decent shake.
Yeah, and that was Running Glory in Bourbon Air, wasn't that, Phil? The form of that works out quite well. He's our early favourite at this stage, Paul.
Yeah, so look, he definitely goes in. He's going to go in as the Quinella horse for me. I'm going to go with Torbjorn Diamond. I just think the 1,800 metres is ideal for him. I think from barrier number 7, Alexi can get him into a really nice position midfield. So he's on top. Turin Red Sun comes in really well at the weights. Kaying Star is such an honest horse. He's hard to leave out. And Columbus County just on a minor line. But 2, 10, 1 and 7.
Same Quinella, but just a different forecast with the 10 Turin Red Sun on top. He's been really consistent since arriving here. Chased home Running Glory Bourbon Air there last time out. Wasn't far from Beauty Joy a couple of runs ago. He's a Group 3 winner now. So he's on top, Turin Red Sun. Torbjorn Diamond, excellent proposal. It is hard to leave him out, but he does take money. And Kaying Star, another one that's normally pretty honest, just has to shoulder that big weight. 10, 2, 5 and 1.